Logan Paul, Floyd Mayweather has been scheduled for June 5th, boxing match. Jake Paul's brother, Logan Paul, much bigger guy than Floyd. According to The Athletic's Mike Coppinger, a friend of Max on Boxing, I have Mike on as a guest, now and again, Mayweather will not be allowed to weigh more than 160 pounds, while Logan Paul won't be able to weigh more than 190 pounds. So it's a 30-pound swing, most likely. The official location of the fight has not been determined, but on Tuesday, Mayweather posted on Instagram that Las Vegas, Los Angeles, Miami, Dallas, and Atlanta were the finalists. Mike Coppinger noted that if the fight does take place on June 5th, which again, it's been scheduled, it will be in direct competition with an actual boxing match, a high-level boxing match. Teofimo Lopez, the undisputed lightweight champion of the world, and George Kambosos, who's a, worthy mandatory challenger. Floyd likes to do this. He likes to show, I'm the biggest box office attraction, and I can stage an event and take someone's thunder. He likes to do it on Cinco de Mayo. He was like, that's his date, right? He backed off that as Canelo blew up. He wasn't going to take that from Canelo anymore. But here he is wanting to flex. All right, Teo, nice job, everything. Yeah, you're fighting a real fighter. I'll fight, a novice who just has a size advantage on me. Same date, and I'll do more business. And he will. He'll do more business. Because boxing is largely about matchups. Can it capture your imagination? During March Madness, because New York doesn't really have a basketball team that people care about nowadays that's going to make the tournament, like it's been years since St. John's was relevant. Back in the old days of the Max Kellerman Show in New York, I used to bracket up killer animals, call it the Killer Animal Tournament. And I'd go online and see what happens if a great white fights a killer whale, or this fight, a hippo fights a tiger, or what, You can capture someone's imagination when it comes to matchups that way. Oh yeah, what would happen? Well, of course, some novice can't mess with Floyd. But damn, Floyd's old, hasn't fought in a long time, and this dude outweighs him by 30 pounds. Well, what would happen then? Hint, it's not going to go well for Logan Paul. But credit Floyd for making an event. If you hear Roy Jones is fighting Mike Tyson, you're going to pay for that. Holyfield Tyson, even as old men, you'll pay for it. Holyfield McBride, I don't anticipate is going to do any business. You have to have two characters, both of whom the public is interested in. All stories work this way. The human brain is wired to understand the world through storytelling. And the story is only as interesting as the characters are interesting and as the obstacles are big. So a fighter that you would know a little bit about but not a lot about yet for a lot of the public is Teofimo Lopez. Most of the American public knows nothing about Kambosos. Even if it's a better fight, an actual high-level fight, people know Floyd Mayweather, they know Logan Paul, they understand the characters, they're invested in them emotionally, they know what's at stake. The feeling will be, since Logan Paul's so much bigger and younger, maybe that offsets some, at least, of Floyd's, oceans and galaxies of difference in terms of skill and experience. And you make an event. A lot of boxing people get upset at that. I'm not one of them. Maybe it can be an introduction to combat sports for some in the general public who would otherwise not be interested, and maybe they get more interested, and then boxing has a chance, and MMA has a chance to grab them. Nothing wrong with that.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.